Did you guys see the game that Wesley beat Fabi? That was a pretty interesting game. It looked like Fabi's position was almost always bad. And then Roger went to Twitter, Rajabov, and explained why he has all 5-minute draws. And yeah, people weren't thrilled with his explanation. Yeah, the top players are weird now, but they're all weird in the same way. They draw each other. They try to beat lower rated players, sometimes unsuccessfully, and they just play the same openings every game. And they play them till like they've analyzed it to a draw. So I don't know. One of the problems is the organizers, and the organizers they want their tournaments to have the best players. So if you could have Magnus Carlsen come to your tournament or Simon Williams, you would pick Magnus Carlsen. And because of this way of thinking, which seems reasonable, people who are top 10, top 20 in the world, they're very, very, very afraid of losing their rating because they think it's going to cost them a lot of money. Not a little money, a lot of money. So if all the best organizers in the world who have all these super GM tournaments are only inviting the top 10 or 20 players in the world and you're number 17, you know that you better not lose any rating points. I thought you missed it, saw reject it. What? $15. You're messing up all my jokes when you apologize. You have to tell me Bishop B5 was best. What's wrong with you? Yeah. Otherwise, you can't mess up my jokes. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for the $15. Yeah, and a lot of the top players feel this way, that if they play in a tournament and lose 20 rating points, they've lost like a year's worth of invitations. And obviously, if I'm an organizer, which I sort of am, I want like really interesting games and real people to have a big following. I don't just want number 1 in the world, number 2, number 3. And I think most organizers, that's what they want. They want Magnus, they want Fabi, and they want Geary, and they want Nepomniachtchi, and so forth. So if Radjabov plays a lot of draws and somebody who's between 20 and 30 in the world doesn't, they're still going to pick Radjabov because he's 50 points higher rated or whatever. So he's afraid to lose his rating because then he won't get invited anymore. I mean, he's right. If Radjabov was 40th in the world and, some organizers inviting the top 10, 20, not going to invite him. So they're going to invite Mamedyarov, his countryman, who's better. So, I mean, the answer obviously is not worrying about your rating, playing your best, doing the most study at home like Fabi does, and stop being a baby. That's the answer. But obviously, if I had the money to organize those kind of events, I'm inviting some lower rated players who are not top 10, top 20 in the world, who play really exciting, crazy chess because that's what people want to see. And the truth hurts. So yeah. There's not a lot of people guilty of it, but there's a few who are guilty of, having these non-games. Yeah. And so forth. My rating went up. Now it's 100. Good. Yeah. See, it used to be when, like, Kasparov was the world champion, or when Fischer before he became world champion, and when Tal was the world champion, and before and after, and so on. We didn't worry about any of that. It wasn't an issue. And people expected in super GM tournaments, if people from the same country played each other, it was often a quick draw. So, like, since the best players in the world were from the Soviet Union, you saw some quick draws. And people expected that. But now, certain people will have quick draws with anybody. They play 5, 10, 15 move draws. They play draws that were played before. And, obviously the organizers and sponsors and fans don't like that, but nothing's being done about it. The only way to stop it is to is you either not invite those people, or you have no draw rules, and they get around that. So, but yeah, not inviting people who don't play the game, that'll get rid of it. That'll stop it. Anybody who has a quick draw or draws without playing and plays something silly, they're not invited anymore. But that's not happening. They all get invited anyway because, when you're 2,800, you're 2,800. What are you going to do? Truth hurts. Yeah. Everybody banned everybody. No, draws should be half a point. Wins should be a point because and that's what it should be. Grab your order at the door. But I told them to get my food. I guess they didn't see. So they're not. I told them when my food comes to bring my food in. All right, I'll get my own food. Talk amongst yourselves. Yeah, he was a sly or something. He was something. Yeah, the driver put it outside the door, but the door that we don't use. So confusing my people, but not me. I'm an expert at getting food. Jesus, I'm not an expert at opening it. Man, this stapler is good. I have to give them kudos for stapling the bag. All right, let's get that meat. That vegan meat. Man, I showed this bag who the boss was. I guess I need a spoon. Are you a spoon? You are a spoon. Hello, spoon.